Biden has come out and said, yeah, they're looking at banning high-powered ammo like 9mm. This isn't even high-powered. It's weak. Kamala Harris says time to ban all semi-autos. Canada announces a freeze on selling or transferring any handguns ahead of confiscation. And you understand that I'm telling you that they do intend to try major gun confiscation in this country to try to trigger a civil war because they want to collapse the United States.
Alex Jones was doing his damnedest to avoid paying the Sandy Hook parents by exploiting an aspect of the bankruptcy code. But then DOJ showed up and shut him down. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I'm legal analyst Adrienne Lawrence. Right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones was using a loophole in the bankruptcy law in an effort to avoid paying the Sandy Hook parents. If you recall, in April, Jones had his site InfoWars and two smaller related companies declare bankruptcy after being found liable for making false statements about the Sandy Hook shooting. Of course, this came right before there could be a trial to determine the amount of damages that Jones's companies must pay. When the InfoWars creator filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, he decided to try to use Subchapter V of the Bankruptcy Code. That chapter deals with small businesses. This per Axios. The so-called Subchapter V offers a streamlined process. There are no creditors, committees with reams of costly advisors, and, crucially, creditors don't get to vote to accept or reject the bankruptcy deal. Translation: Subchapter V would mean the bankruptcy court gets to decide how much damages InfoWars owes the Sandy Hook parents and then force them to accept that amount. That means a trial judge, who has found Jones to be in contempt several times, wouldn't get to oversee a damages trial. This Subchapter V isn't the shady maneuver that was used by Purdue, PG&E, and Johnson & Johnson. In those Chapter 11 cases, the companies ultimately did have to come to a deal with those that they had harmed, and then those who were harmed had to vote to accept it. In Subchapter V, that's not the case. The Sandy Hook parents would have no say whatsoever. They'd have to accept how much ever the bankruptcy court decided to dole out. And the court can only give as much as those companies actually have. And as you may imagine, Jones made sure that InfoWars and those other two smaller companies had very little assets before he filed for bankruptcy. But of course, Jones's parent company has plenty of dough. Super shady, right? Well, Jones got checked quick. The Department of Justice jumped in the bankruptcy case, moving to dismiss Jones's bankruptcy cases altogether. The government argued that this is all a sham. Specifically, that InfoWars and the other two companies Jones says are bankrupt are really just shell companies for his bigger operation. In challenging Jones's request for bankruptcy, the Department of Justice wrote this: "The strategy employed here is a novel and dangerous tactic that is abusive and undermines the integrity of the bankruptcy system." Although a Texas bankruptcy judge was scheduled to hear DOJ's motion to dismiss next week, today Jones tapped out. Apparently, he did not want any of that smoke that comes with DOJ being up in your business. So Jones agreed to dismiss the bankruptcies. It also doesn't help that the Sandy Hook parents dismissed Jones's companies from their lawsuits so they could avoid being tied up in bankruptcy court. But of course, their fight isn't over in terms of getting to those damages amounts that Jones does owe them. But what do you think? Will Jones ultimately get away by dodging the Sandy Hook damages? Or will he actually have to face the music at some point in time? You let me know in the comments below, hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.